it's Tanya and welcome to the weekly sketch challenge once again. And if you are new and not aware of what this is, it is a challenge that is hosted on the Hip Kit Club Facebook forum every Friday, and you don't have to be a subscriber to participate. You just have to, come and join the group, and you can use your own supplies and just post a layout based on the sketch in the thread that I create on a Friday, and yep, you're in it to win it. So there we go. The sketch this time did call for some mixed media background, but if you are a long-time subscriber of mine, you will know that mixed media and I, we are sometimes friends and sometimes not. And to be honest, I really didn't feel like trying, to get the perfect background. So I took a pattern paper and I cut it out like a paint splotch. And I am going with that. So yeah, so if you're like me and get slightly intimidated sometimes by mixed media, why not cheat a little bit and create a paint splotch from pretty patterned paper. So that's what I did. And yeah, the photograph is of my two daughters. It was Tamsin's birthday last week and she turned 20. Yes, I am the mother of a 20-year-old and soon to be 24-year-old. I know, where does the time go, I ask you? And I am still playing with the February Hip Kit Club kits, and I'm loving them still. And I thought what I would do is play with my title work again this time, because I really, really do enjoy that. I love trying to see what I can come up with using the supplies that we get, and these words were absolutely adorable. And you would have seen that I cut up one of the 3x4 cards which says I love you to the moon and back, which is it's a saying that I'm sure we all enjoy. And so yeah, I just cut it down and now I'm just trying to get it into a configuration that's going to work with the layout and how the layout should look. And yeah, I fiddle a little bit with it, but then I get it going and oh my gosh, okay. Clearly I needed to get in there to see what I was doing. So yeah, as per usual, I do apologize for the back of my head, but I'm learning to live with it, so I hope you are too. But yeah, so I needed to incorporate that adore, and so of course I needed to bring in a few other words like I love and adore you to the moon and back. So now I'm happy with that, and I'm absolutely stoked about my paint splotch. It really does look quite pretty, actually. If you just kind of cut it out like that, you can pretend it's a mixed media background in a very clean way. So yeah, I'm now just going to glue them down, and that's a nice thing about getting the different elements in these kits. And yeah, I really, really hate glue on my fingers. It's just something I drives me nuts. But yeah, the nice thing about getting all these different elements in these kits, sorry, I lost my train of thought by thinking of sticky fingers, is that you get to use them in different ways, like the cutting up of the 3x4 card. You don't have to, I'm now battling with that, and you don't have to use them in the way that they are traditionally supposed to be used. You can adapt them to your own needs and wants. And yeah, so like cutting up a 3x4 card, or taking those words and even cutting them up and making different words. I've done that before as well. And yeah, just have fun with the stuff, and you can't go wrong. You really can't. It's just so much fun. And yeah, the and wasn't working well because it's a beautiful font, that Pinkfish Studio Joyful Day font, but some of it is very, I can't remember what they're called, when your D has got a long hanging thing and your N does and all that. So yeah, I glued all of them down, and then I took one of my pens, you can see it on the right hand side there, it's a Statler something or other, and I just outlined, because I wanted, I needed the words to pop a bit more than they were. So that's a clever trick as well, is just outline all your stuff. That's something I learned from Tracy Banks, actually, way back in the day. So yeah, now I'm trying to get the clips on, and the bird didn't work because, gosh, it was just I don't know, floating in the middle of nowhere. So now I'm randomly placing elements down in gay abandon, which is kind of different for me, because normally I second guess myself, and I really do second guess myself, and I put things everywhere, every which way, and then go back to the original place. But this time I YOLO'd life, and put them down, and I really enjoyed that big cake. Even though it came from a Valentine's themed sheet, or collection, it works beautifully for a birthday layout because it is a cake, and the cupcake worked beautifully too. So yes, that it's all coming together. And I even get journaling on this layout as well, which I'm super happy about, because it's not something which I tend to look at journaling as the sort of the last thing I do on a layout rather than the priority. Primarily because I enjoy scrapbooking for the artistic side of things, and yes, obviously I'm documenting memories, but I do enjoy the process, the playing with the paper and the elements a bit more than actually writing the memory down, and that's just the way I am, and I always have been. So, and I have albums full of layouts that I'm very happy with, and I do remember and recall the events, so that's good. Until the Alzheimer's hits, I'm going to be okay. I shouldn't joke about that. That's actually a very serious thing, and hopefully I have not offended anybody. My grandmother had Alzheimer's, so I know just how ugly a disease it is, and it is one of my mortal fears. I will admit that it is something that worries me, particularly when I can't remember things. Which happens often too, but so far, touch wood, it seems to be okay. And I got some of these brads on. I even did them in the traditional way, because I couldn't find my wire cutters, because normally what I do is try and take the backing off, as you can see what I'm trying to do there, but I couldn't find those, so I figured, oh dear, I'll have to do it the way it was intended, and got my little hole, and they're actually, I did well, because sometimes you can get them in the wrong position and then you have to do another hole, but I didn't have to do that this time. So as I said, it was all coming together so beautifully. And I hope you are all well. I hope life is treating you well, and that you are being crafty and enjoying these kits. Oh, speaking of these kits, April's been revealed. I know I keep saying it every single time. I keep saying, oh my gosh, I haven't had a chance to enjoy Marches, and April is around the corner. I have received Marches, and if you are someone who watches my unboxings, I do apologize, but I received them so late. I figured everybody's seen the unboxings. They don't need me to unbox them as well, but you will get to see me play with them, which is always very nice. The March kits are lovely. Some of the papers in there are, oh, you know how you can look at something and you think, oh, this is just divine? Yeah, that's how I felt about those. But I don't know how Kimberly does it, actually. Every single month she seems to top the previous one. So and now I'm trying to think. I backed it with the other side of that pattern paper that I used for the painter's blotch, and now I'm thinking I should maybe bring in a different, a little bit more elements, or a contrasting element, just to balance out, because it is a very diagonal design, the top left to bottom right kind of thing. I love doing those. It's a super simple design trick to do. And so now I'm just going through these die cuts to see what else I can add in, and I'm getting the mustardy color on there and doing it in sort of group the triangle element design thing, because I like doing that a lot too, because it's simple and I can do it. So I do enjoy placing things around like this and seeing how it goes, and I like what I've done with the black and white journal element, cut it up and stuck it behind. And what I'm going to do off camera is I'm going to do a little bit of hand sewing, because I knew I couldn't put this layout through my sewing machine because I had everything on it and I wasn't going to take anything off. So I just did a little bit of hand stitching with some of my thread. Oh, do you remember in the day when thread was such a major thing, and we collected all the colours? I still have all of mine, and they're beautiful, but I don't use them very often. So normally it's just to thread through a tag. But no, this time I got some hand stitching on, and I was very, very proud of myself. So there's that too. So that put a different element onto the page. as well as my enamel dots, which, that actually as well, I didn't even have to go through the, oh, is it going to fit there? Is it going to fit there? It just all came together. And here we go. I'm going to do my journaling. I do that off camera because obviously then you really would only see the back of my head. And it's just about where we went to celebrate. Oh, there's he. Oh, I'm doing it from the side. No, but I'm going to go away soon. There we go. Yeah, didn't think I subjected you to that. So yeah, the journaling is just about where we went to celebrate and the fact that I can't believe she's 20 already. And oh dear, it's just, time is running away with us. I'm sure we all feel the same. But, and we all say the same thing, and we say it every year. But it's true, it is true. Time is definitely running away from ourselves. And yeah, I felt that I needed to kind of indicate that this was for Tamsin's birthday and not Jessica's. So that's why I shoved that little arrow and put the 20 on, because if somebody was looking at this and they didn't know my two girls, they might not know which one was the birthday girl. So that's why I did that. And yeah, the rest of it is just sticking a few more elements on and then I am done. So please remember to come and play with us in the Facebook forum for the weekly sketch. I don't think I told you there was a $10 coupon code up for grabs. So there is that. And yeah, we love to see what you create, and there's tons of inspiration out there too. So there's the blog, the YouTube channel, and the actual Facebook page for Hip Kit Club. So yeah, lots of inspiration for you. So I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe, and have a wonderful day. Bye bye.